That's a good ball. And that's a great goal. Bournemouth strike back and Callum Wilson is off the mark. Aggressive.
Super. A super Sunday to you out there. How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Sports Tussle. On Pensioners 106.7 FM at Barry Gonirike in the city of Ibadan. Day 10, match day 10, and of course, the second match, the second round of games. Of course, 8 Tuslers left out of the first 16. Last weekend, we had someone who just strolled into the semi-finals. Talking about liability, Mitayo, because Martin Daniel refused to show up. I couldn't show up, brother. And so it was a walkover. But today, it will not be a walkover. I saw the guys, they were busy. Anything they are right here, I don't even know. But I hope this studio this afternoon. Like they used to say, work without play, Miss Jacket, oh boy, but that's everything without sports makes me the dollars can ever live it. I remain a Raymond to do look for the sports Illuminator. I'm working your boat to another fantastic edition of the first ever sports Tussle competition going down in the studios of Pensioners FM right here in Ibadan, your state. The guys are well seated, their faces are looking fresh. But let me welcome Ola this afternoon. Coming over, one of my moderators. Hello, how are you doing, Ola?
Yeah, good evening. Good afternoon, with you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Badon. Good afternoon to everybody listening to us. It's good to be back in the studios for this fresh, banging money spinning round. So welcome.
Okay, how was your weekend now?
Yeah, we thank God. Today we witnessed greatness. We witnessed.
I know you good there, so I'm waiting for you to go there.
It's been a very good weekend. A black man, arguably the best sportsman in the world, in world history. I know Coswala.
Your own, no. I don't know about that one. Of course, that was Ola Austin. Always available. How much will I pay you, say, Ola? Maybe you should do your calculation. Ask for me. Okay, that's one of my moderators. Still waiting for Dario Lori to be here. Let's go straight into action. Of course, I have with me 2 gentlemen. Their faces are looking at jollof, but I know when it's time for battle, the jollof will remove. To my right, I've got Leon Tumininu. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
How was your weekend?
The weekend has been good.
You survived the last round against, I won't say one of the tournament's favorite now, but then against Port Venga. It was tough, but then you survived that.
Yes, I was able to survive that. It was a very, very tough one. Very, good matchup.
So what should we expect this time around?
Yes, I'm not expecting a walkover. I'm not expecting something easy. I'm expecting a very, very tough tussle, and let's see how it goes.
Do you think you have what it takes to go to the next round?
Yes, as I said earlier on, that let's see how it goes. I think I should be able to get to the next round. I will get to the next round.
Okay, I think he's able to get to the next round. And of course, to my left, I've got Akomolafe, Afolayan.
Good afternoon, Illuminator. Good afternoon, everybody at home. Good afternoon, Ibadan.
Somebody say you're a comedian. Your qualification to this round was just by 0.5. You survived 8K.
Yes, that's battle 2 weeks ago. It was actually a tough one. It was keenly contested, but I thank God it was a privilege for me to be in this round, and I'm not going to disappoint, because for me to be here, to be sitting here today is not a joke. And my colleague, I said he has something that can take him to the second. Let's see how it goes. That was what he said. Let's see how it goes. So because I try to fathom points that can take him to the next round.
So you're already sure that you are going to win this game?
Definitely. whitewash.
I love that confidence. Oh, this is not Spain Haiti. Okay, you are the guys. Since like the battle is ready, you are ready to do battle. You can watch us live via Facebook, Pensioners FM. Pensioners FM via Facebook. You can go straight to our Google Play Store and download our app, Pensioners FM. Go to Google Play Store, download our app, Pensioners FM. You can listen to us live, www.pensionersfm1067.com, www.pensionersfm1067.com. What is the topic for today? I'm sure a lot of you will not be able to fathom this. The South African League versus, it's not the MPFL, versus the Egyptian League. The South African League, South African Premier League versus the Egyptian Premier League. Which of the league is the better? That is the topic for today. You can go straight on Twitter at Tussle, and of course drop your reaction and your opinion. When it is time for you, of course, vote for whoever you think has done better according to their performance. That will be 3:30. Then we'll open every avenue for you to drop your opinion. Okay, we'll go straight first to 1 minute introduction. The South African League versus the Egyptian Premier League. 1 minute introduction from both Tusslers. Who goes first? It is right. Who goes first? Who goes first?
Okay, I think I would like to introduce the South African League. Yeah, the South African League was founded in 1996 after an agreement with the SL and the MPSL. So it was formed in 1996, and they started off with 18 teams. In 2001 to 2002 season, they changed it to 16 teams because of congestion. And we know the South African League is identified by its energy, by the style, by the fans, by the energy. You know, it's a league to watch. It's a very fantastic league, and everybody always endeared to the South African League because of the action. And this was what brought about the World Cup being hosted in 2010 in South Africa, because all the energy. They had other leagues or other countries in Africa that they would have wanted to host the World Cup, but because of the tradition of soccer, how they view soccer, also known as Super Disky, fantastic league.
Fantastic league. The South African Premier Division. We go straight to the Egyptian League. Afolayan, 1 minute.
Okay, Afolayan is my name. I'm here to support the view that South Africa Egyptian League is far better than South African League. When we talk about league that develop players, Egyptian League is the number one. When we talk about the league that add value to national team, Egyptian League is the number one in Africa. Anybody that knows football very well, not African football, we understand that we wouldn't want to contest the view that South African League is ahead of Egyptian League. When we talk about winning titles, not only in the country but at the international level, they are number one. When we talk about award, they are number one. They even went to World Club Cup and they make their impact known. So with this, I'm convinced enough that Egyptian League is far better than South African League.
He said the Egyptian League is not just better, but far better. Okay, a little bit of introduction there. Now we'll go for another 3 good minutes where both Tusslers have the chance to break it down totally on why Egyptian League is better than South African League, or the South African League is better than the Egyptian League. Okay, Leon started the first time, so Afolayan.
Okay.
3 minutes. I
made mention of league that add value to players and league that add values to national team. My reason for that is that if we are to consider African Cup of Nations, Egypt has the record times. They won the tournament 7 times. And if we are to consider their squad, the squad they normally take to that tournament, 90% of players plying their trade in Egyptian league are the one they make use of, unlike other countries that make use of foreign-based players. But when you consider Egyptian squad, 90% of their players plying their trade in Egyptian league. Take for example, they won the tournament in 1957, 1959, 1986, 1998, 2006, 2008, and 2010. I'm going to lay emphasis on 2006 to 2010. They won the title 3 times in a row. In 2016, out of the players they took to that tournament, 20 players from that squad were playing their trade in Egyptian league. 20 players. I've never seen any country that have tried to do something like that before. Not only in Africa, even in Europe. I've never seen any European team going to a tournament with 20 players from their league. Aside 2006, 2008, 16 players from their league went to that tournament and they won convincingly well. 2010, 19 players from their league. It is not easy. If the league is not that good, they won't be able to do that. How can you take 90% of players out of maybe 23 or 24 players that it normally takes to a tournament? 19, 20 out of them were from their league. If the league is not that good, if the league is poor, they won't even move closer to the title. But they were able to do that 3 times in a row: 2006, 2010, 2006, 2008, 2010. So the league is extraordinarily.
The league is extraordinary because 26, 28, 2010, when Egypt won the AFCON 3 times on the bounce, majorly they had most players from the Egyptian Premier League. Nice shot. Leon.
Yes, I would first say that the Egyptian league is not even a competition. It is a joke. It is a one-horse race where we have one team. Since 1948, the Egyptian league was started in 1948, and then you have Al Ahly winning the league 42 times. I don't think that is a competition. But we are looking at the South African league that was established in 1996, and from 1996 to now, that's 24 years, you have the league title spread among 6 teams, where one team has won the title 10 times, 2 teams have won the title each 4 times. We have one team that's won the title 3 times, and the other have won each title once. Mamelodi Sundowns have the highest number of titles with 10 titles. Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates have 4 titles each. What are we talking about here? We are talking about competition. When we are talking about a league, we are talking about how competitive the league is. The Egyptian league is not competitive at all. We are talking about a one-horse race, a one-man league, where we have Al Ahly winning the league 42 times, and it seems as if the rest of the teams do not even exist. And we have other teams that have even won it sparsely, let's say once or twice. I think Ismaili have won it 3 times. Then Zamalek comes next, maybe about 11, 12 or 13 times. But when we are talking about how good a league is, or when we are comparing 2 leagues, there are many criteria that we use to look at the league. We are looking at the competitiveness. We are looking at the qualities of players. We are looking at the fans. We are looking at the kind of football that is played there. We are looking at the attraction and the attention that it grabs of fans. So when we are looking at the Egyptian league, I would rather watch South African league, and I know a lot of fans will definitely prefer to watch the South African league because of the competition. Let us take a look at the league table last year for the Egyptian league, and let us see whether it actually does develop players. It kind of relegates players to where they are, and then would I say the rich and the prosperous and the politicians, they kind of dictate the league. Okay, so they select a group of players, and those players continue to progress. If you look at the league table last season, that is the 1920 season, you have Al Ahly with 89 points, and you have the second position with 68 points. That is Zamalek. Does that look like a competition? But you are looking at the South African league, where Sundowns had 59 points, and they had 50. The next second had 57 points, and you had third and fourth, having 52 points. That is what we talk about. That's what we're saying about competition. That is what attracts you because you don't know what to expect, just like in the Premier League. So I would say in terms of competition, in terms of rivalry, this is why we like to watch the South African League other than the Egyptian League. We already know what's going to happen. It's Al Ahly League.
When you talk about competition, then give it to the South African League according to Leon. A lovely breakdown from both guys. You can watch us live on Pensioners FM on Facebook, Pensioners FM live on Facebook. You can also download our app on Google Play Store, Pensioners FM. Or you can listen via our website, www.pensionersfm1067.com. At www.pensionersfm1067.com. The next 10 minutes will be the tussle part, will be the battle part. South African League versus the Egyptian League. And Lyon versus Akomolafe. Over to you.
Okay, it talks about dominance the other time. You cannot take dominance from football. It happens everywhere. Okay, if you are to consider the number of times Real Madrid have won UEFA Champions League to other teams, can we now claim that UEFA Champions League is not competitive?
It is not. I disagree.
When we are talking about league, your performance supposed to
your domestic performance. This is how it works in a competition. Your domestic performance, and then you compare the rivals that you have. The more the rivals you have, the tougher the league, the more competitive it is.
Your
and
performance in the league.
That it takes a lot for
your performance in the league. If that performance is not reflecting, at the continental stage, that means your league is poor. When we are talking about African Footballer of the Year,
then if that is the case, then you should
see, Leon. When we are talking about African Footballer of the Year, we have been able to see players from Egyptian League that won the title before. Have we been able to see players from South African League?
It is known everywhere that the Egyptian League is full of controversies. In fact,
the
leagues that are actually in North Africa have
the league is like a forefather. The league is like a forefather to South African League, and officially, there was never a case of match fixing in Egyptian League.
I want to say something. But the South African League was established in 1996, and the next year, Orlando Pirates won the CAF Champions League. How's that? But you're looking at an Egyptian league that has been there.
When we're talking about the winner of CAF Champions League here.
We are not. I'm not talking about. Of course, you would say that they have the highest rate of the champions.
Egyptian League have been able to win the title 14 times.
But they have
14 times. How many times?
They do that with intimidation.
What are you saying? Intimidation.
They have the highest amount of times that their fans have been banned. Of course, people come. That's why you have home advantage and away advantage.
Banning of fans is part of football. It happens everywhere. Not only in Egyptian League, not only in Egyptian League. We are talking about CAF Champions League. Egyptian League have been able to win the title. They have been able to win it for the record of 14 times. For the record of 14 times. Not only that.
Excuse me, see.
In 2008.
We are talking about trophies and titles to determine how good a league is. The trophies and titles might definitely seem to be what
I'm saying here is that your performance in the league is supposed to correlate with your performance at the international level.
No, it does not correlate like that.
You play in your league. You play in your league. South Africa, Egyptian team play in their league. When they now get to CAF Champions League, who dominates? When they get to CAF Confederation Cup, who dominates? We are talking about African award here.
Have you ever heard of this? Because you are talking about sports. There is something called fatigue. If your team is playing in a competitive league, there will be more fatigue to the players. It happens in the Premier League, where you have more competition, and then when the Premier League teams get
how many competitions are they playing in South African League that makes fatigue to set in?
No, we are talking
name
about
them now. Name them. No,
we are talking about rivals.
When we are comparing EPL to La Liga today, EPL fans, La Liga fans will claim that they have been able to win more World Best, more Champions League. EPL fans will be claiming on fatigue. Fatigue is part of football. You cannot take fatigue away from football.
I can close my eyes now and tell
It
you.
is-
I
it
can
is-
close my eyes and tell you the
That argument does not hold water for you to be claiming that it is fatigue. It doesn't hold water. You are claiming that it is fatigue.
The league does not make any sense. It's not competition. When you are talking about a league, you are talking about competition. When I'm competing with someone, I'm a rival to someone. Do you understand? I am competing with someone. Someone is actually bragging and someone is actually competing with
A
me.
league
It
that is not competitive. I've been able to. They went to World Club Cup. Not only African tournament. They went to World Club Cup. They came third. Their player was the highest goal scorer in World Club Cup with 3 goals.
Is a 72-year-old. Sorry,
And so
Egyptian league is a 72-year-old
And so-
league, and then the South African league is a 24-year-old league, and then you are comparing their success in the CAF Champions level when the CAF Champions League started in 1964, and then you are comparing that's the reason why. If you are looking at the age of the South African league, they've done fantastically well, and
RB
it's a more
that
better.
is making wave in German league
It
now.
is a-
How old is
it
that
is-
team?
It's a wonderful league. Can't be compared to the
My brother,
Egyptian league.
My brother, RP Leipzig, RP
the
Leipzig that
Egyptian
is
league is a
making
joke.
wave. That
It's
is
an
making
absolute
wave
joke.
in
That is
German
just
league
the
now.
truth.
How old is
There
that
is
team?
no spirit of sportsmanship in that league. You see
No,
the violence
okay,
of the.
Why
Look, let me
have
tell
they?
you something.
Why have they not banned
See,
that
it is
league? If there is no
course
spirit of
there is
sportsmanship,
see, you can.
so they
go
are also
anywhere.
intimidating CAF.
No, of course it is
They are
possible. There are
intimidating
a lot of political innuendos in this. Let me
My
tell you
brother,
something.
you cannot take politics
See,
away from football.
No, that is what we are saying. You can't take politics away from football. Hasn't it happened several times, even in UEFA, where we know that some things are actually rigged? Of course, we know that all these things are actually rigged. Let me tell you, the Egyptian
No, I
league
want you
is
to
a
give
joke.
me. I want you to tell me
And
a particular
we
year.
are talking about.
I want you to tell me a particular year
take
that
the
Egyptian league won.
No, take the Egyptian
any-
league. See, take the Egyptian league. We are comparing leagues. Yeah, we are not. Let's remove the league of, let's say, Africa, CAF.
No,
Talk
we're
about
talking
the
about-
Egyptian league
see,
for what it is.
See,
the Egyptian
this
league
is how
for
it
what
works
is,
out. This is how it
it's
works
a
out.
Joke.
This is how it works out.
Absolute joke.
You play in your
Without-
league.
no,
You
without
play in your
the
league.
CAF,
I
without
play in
the
my
CAF.
own league.
No.
The champions in your league and the champion
See,
in my league,
let me
we have
tell
to
you.
meet. That is
Look at
what we call CAF Champions League.
Look at the majors.
Your performance
look at
in
the
your
spread
local
at all.
league
The
supposed to
spread of the
replicate your
points.
performance
The
in
spread
CAF
of the
Champions
points.
League.
The spread of the points. Are you getting me? In the domestic league shows that league is not competitive. I want you to understand the meaning
When we
of
talk about
competition.
African footballer of
That
the
is
year,
not even competition.
when
you're
we talk
talking
African
about
footballer of the
African
year,
footballer,
we have been able to see players
It
from
is-
Egyptian league that won the
at all.
title.
It is just
When we
a
talk
one-horse-
talks
it is
about
just a one-horse
BBC
race.
African footballer
At
of
all.
the year,
At
we have
all.
been able to see
How can a
players.
team? How can
We have
a
been able to see
player?
players from
How
Egyptian league
how
that won
can
the
a
tournament.
league-
How
a
can
league-
you be
how can
playing
a
in a
league have
competitive
particular-
league? How can you be playing in a competitive league? And when we are doing African
when we are
award,
talking-
your player
when we
will
are
not
talking-
move closer.
See,
What
when we are
kind of a
talking-
league is that?
See, what kind of a league
What
is
kind
that?
of a league
what
is
kind
that?
of a league is
Okay,
that?
well-
That one particular team always wins the title because everybody has been.
We have been able to see 7 teams
Look at it
that have won the
look at-
title in
look
the
at-
Egyptian
look at-
league.
look
It is
at-
not only Al Ahly, it is not only
No, we are
Zamalek.
talking
We have been
about-
able to see 7 teams.
Of course, Al Ahly has won it 42 times. I
I've
was
never seen
explaining to you, and when I introduced to you, I said in the South African League, we can see in 24 years of its establishment, we can see how the league has been spread amongst 6 teams. You have one team winning it 10 times, 2 teams winning it 4 times, one winning it 3 times, and the other ones winning it 1-1. You can see the distribution. You can see the distribution in the points at the end of the season. Not that one team we have 100 points, the other one we have 60 points. They are probably hiring some.
But when they get to international level, intercontinental level,
that is
what
what I'm
happened?
talking. I was telling you about fatigue. I was telling you it happens even in the Premier League.
Fatigue is a baseless point.
Let me tell you, it's not at all a baseless
It's
point.
a baseless point.
You cannot.
It's a
I can
baseless
close
point.
my eyes and in the La Liga now tell you the 3
How
teams
can
or
you
2
how
teams that
can
is
you be
possible
running
to
a
win the
team?
league.
How can you be running
Do you
a team
understand?
without a strength
You
in
have-
depth?
No, that
As a
is
football
where-
team,
that
you're
is
supposed to have a
actually
strength
where-
in
that is
depth
where-
that can
is-
co- you
that is
know
where
you know.
politics comes in, my
See,
brother.
see,
Let me explain
before
to
you
That's
start
where
the season,
politics
before
comes
you
in.
start the
And
season,
then
you know how
we are
many
talking
tournaments you
about
are going to
people- no,
compete
we are
in.
talking
You know how many
about-
tournaments you are going to
we are
compete
talking
in.
about-
Maybe 2-3
we are talking about
tournaments.
politics,
You're supposed
and
to
we are talking
recruit.
about
You're supposed to.
with what? What do they use to recruit?
Are they not
Do
being
they
doing
sell-
transfer in
And
the South
please,
African
what
league?
do they do? I'm asking you a question. I was telling you something about politics. Please, what do they use? Do they use sand or to buy players? They use money. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That there's politics in the North African League, and it's not only in the
So that politics deny them money to recruit players.
Look at what happens with Bayern Munich and Dortmund. When a player is developed at Dortmund, Bayern comes, grabs the player, and of course they go ahead and win the league. It's the same thing. It's a one-horse race. It's not a league, it's a joke.
Who grabbed the player from the South African League?
Excuse me. That is what I'm trying to explain to you. That there is a balance in the South African
League. Tell me one
Egyptian
world-class player they have been able to
joke.
produce in that team that makes another league to grab that player from them.
I come again with your question.
Tell me one world-class player they have been able to produce in South African League.
Can you mention
that's another league?
Can you mention one world-class player in Al Ahly?
Mohamed Abutrika is a world-class player.
Okay, and then Chabalala is not a world. Did you see that stunning strike?
Chabalala is just an average player.
He's not an average player.
Forget about that goal he scored at the World Cup.
Chabalala is. Okay, excuse me.
Tell me one thing apart from that goal. Tell me one thing Chabalala did that makes you to be a world-class player.
No, I was telling you how poor.
Abutrika went to World Club and he became higher goal scorer with 3 goals.
That league is a joke.
Barcelona participated in that tournament. Inter Milan participated in that tournament. Go and check their score. A player from African League.
You can't compare.
Went to a World Club Cup.
You can't
and became the high goal scorer with 3 goals in that tournament.
With a 72-year-old league. We are talking about a league that is a one-horse race, that there is no competition, and the other.
Don't tell me there is no competition in the Egyptian league.
Are donkeys.
Don't tell me there is no competition.
There is no competition in the Egyptian league. There is no competition. Al Ahly 42 titles. The other ones 1 title. That is not a league. That's a very poor cheap league. Go and watch it Super Disky, then you understand what soccer is. Yes, fantastic.
If you want to just mention one reasonable match, one reasonable derby in South Africa, just mention Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns.
See, let me tell you
something. Others they are just like Oluyole FC versus Adamasimba FC.
Please, can you mention 10 Egyptian teams right now? Nobody knows anybody about Egyptian. Okay.
Al Ahly is there. Al-Masry is there.
Okay, you see. See, let me tell you, there is no need for us to go there. You understand? When you are talking about...
Can you mention 10 leagues from South African League? 10 teams.
Super Sports United, Bidvest Wits, we have Orlando Pirates, we have Kaizer Chiefs, we have Mamelodi Sundowns, we have... what's that? Anyways, I know better. At least I mentioned 6. I know more teams.
Thanks to DSTV.
I know more teams. Okay, I know more teams. So that is what
my brother. See, when we are talking about league here, let's be just factual. Just accept this thing once and for all. When we are talking about leagues here, see, your performance at the local level.
It shows you that is an unrecognized. It's just
my brother. Let us use EPL. Let us use EPL and La Liga as a case study.
Okay, fantastic. That is
let
what
us
I
use
like.
As a case study.
Okay, let's use it as a case study.
When we come back for the break, you will use it as a case study. Sports Tussle competition right here on Pensioners 106.7 FM. South African League versus the Division League. And Lyon versus Afolayan. Maybe some sort of battle there. I think it's 29 p.m. and of course, we'll go on a short break. When we are back, we'll start taking your opinion. Who do you vote for? Who does it better? Is it Lyon? Is it Afolayan? Is it the South African League or the Egyptian League? You can go straight on Twitter at Sports Tussle, and you can of course drop your opinion. Also, Pensioners FM on Facebook. Also drop your opinion. Okay, let me just drop the numbers, WhatsApp, and of course the phone lines before we go on this break. At 090-81-11-1067, 090-81-11-1067, or 080-8010-1067, or 080-8010-1067. You can send your message via WhatsApp on 090-2672-1042, 090-2672-1042. Okay, we'll go for this quick break, musical break. And of course, this song is from a phenom The title is Omo Naija. The remix featuring Price, Effa, Teshkata, Shady, Seriki, Flames, and of course Peter Clark. All on this track titled Omo Naija. Everybody here will be Omo Naija now. Enjoy this, and of course we will be back.
Night House.
Chocolate City, yeah. I see you phenom. I'm on night shot. I spit acid, high up on that pH scale. So feel my life like I'm in the braille. Purple haze female, it's going to rain no hail. Got a more elusive than the holy grail. Excuse my profanity, my family's getting panicky. Rappers feeling sick, they could line up and get the remedy. But caution, could be a danger to your mortality. 8 bars of insanity is over.
I went from underrated to most anticipated, and what I spit is the shit. The rest are constipated. Don't need Illuminati to be illuminated. Taking competition route, but no, we never dated. So all your skinny jeans wearing the Frank Ocean wannabes. Better serve your thoughts and your sentence before you talk to me. After God, I'm next, so yeah, better be scared of me. The enemies, just kill till the end of me. When I step up in your spot, just holler. Whether inside a Bentley or a Carter. If you know you pop champagne, pop your collar. I'll be over there, job, be over there, caller. I'm rapping for my country, rapping for my hood. If you feel me, make you hard like Wiley. Proud to be African, I'm proud to be Niger. When you see me, so just call me over Niger. Terry Key, I'm a boy. Nile, I'm a good boy. Nick Burrow, I'm a rude boy. I like to make you discover me big crew boy. Terry Key, talon brambo, talon momo. Moja come on, la best someone, mo you be normal. Me ole pariwo, mo shege belu belu. Ojulowo rapper, mo yato sayederu. Shongo lokoya hustle ni yoko diva. All my damn shit, Bobo want be Justin Bieber.
Rapping the South, got militants as relations steady, trying to get that money in higher denominations. Wait, grin this, grin that, grin flag, grin cash, flowing on that green grass, Mary in a white dress. Stay focused, the crew go hard, I swear do not provoke us. Race to the top, even that purple team never slow us. See, I be trying to figure me, but I still can't decide. If I look in the mirror, I see a winner in my damn reflection. So when I step up in the spot, just holler. Whether inside a Bentley or a Carter. If you know you pop champagne, pop your collar. I'll be over there, job, be over there, caller. I'm rapping for my country, rapping for my hood. If you feel me, make you holler Twilight. Proud to be African, I'm proud to be Niger. When you see me, so just call me on my Niger. I'm rapping for my country, rapping for my hood. Feel me, make you holler Twilight. Proud to be African, I'm proud to be Niger. When you see me, so just call me on my Niger.
Lagos City, my home, and I'm rapping all day. They know me, and MK's what they call me. I'm on my Niger to the bone, my guy bone high. What up the real, that's so dope, you gonna need a nose wipe. 2 words for imitations, back off. Your babe on my P, and I'ma break her back off. It's Mac and Finna, I'm bringing it back. Permanent fit for the track, so the bottom never slack. It's Mac. If the pen was mightier than the sword, and I'm definitely Shakespeare on the Trojan horse. Killing with no remorse, I'm a done with metaphors. You married to the game, I got her filing for divorce. Yes, I'm taking over, the revolution is here. Competition, got beefy fruits, I make it disappear. And they gotta make it clear for all these rappers who say they be sitting on the throne. Oh, that's a fancy looking chair.
So when I step up in your spot, just holler. Whether inside a cat girl or in parlor. If you know we chop Chinese, chop up father. I'll be over night job, be over there caller.
Y'all are dead funny, rest in peace, I'm loco. Your style is Spangolo, to stop with a brand logo. You stare at me and wonder if I am just loco. I'm hot cocoa, blowing up, but I'm not Boko. I ran into Nick, do be trying to beef me for nothing. They hate that I'm rocking the shows, I swear they hate that I'm popping. It's for this Nick until they land in the coffin. I'm stacking money, seems like your money's stuck in a stocking. I just say it's a high life, you low lives can die now. I'm rolling dollars, you can call me for time now. Champagne, vodka, and up there on my table. I guess you can say that I'm sitting on the high table.
Night House.
It's your boy, ay. Yeah. Who's the best rapper? And yo, I'm right, yeah. You're now tuned to your favorite rapper's nightmare. Who's the boy with the best low gas? I'm the one of the best low last. These rappers ain't delivering like blackberries and SOS. Venomous viper for rule, I'm stacking big deals. And I'ma blow big, I ain't talking Lil Kim. Okie dokie, flow sick on the low key. I know I'm a like tall, but I keep it on the low key. Phenomenal viper man, ain't no rapper but I don't. They feverish, I got these rappers shivering like Hamaton. Night Owl's general, not your ambassador. My singles doing good like a well-paid bachelor. Guaranteed I turn them on. Every time my song comes on, it's zip. I'm spitting through the mic, so get your rubbers on. I'm twice these rappers, they ain't after me, which means I'm capable to W like Banky. I'm gone.
Pensioners FM. This is Africa's model.
Welcome back from that lovely track, Omo Naija, and the Cypher remix with the former Night House General, Phenom, featuring a host of MCs, Price, Efa, Teshkata, Makila, Shady, Seriki Flames, and of course Peter Clark. Everyone on that one doing their thing. A lot of punchlines and bass, and of course, welcome aboard to Sport Tussle, where we give you everything you wanted in the show. Okay, the guys are still well seated, and of course, it's still the Egyptian League versus the South African League, Leon versus Afolayan. So officially, the phone lines are open once again. 090-8111-1067, 090-8111-1067, or 080-8010-1067, 080-8010-1067. Or you can message me on WhatsApp, 090-2672-1042, 090-2672-1042. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, good afternoon, good evening.
Anyway, whichever way, good afternoon, good evening.
Everything. Anyway, now we know.
Idowu is calling from Agbowo.
Idowu calling from Agbowo?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
For me, Egypt League is better than South African League.
Egyptian League is super than South African League.
Yes, then, sir, in order to protect my point, going by my brother who is in support of South African League, he said that a club has won it 10 times out of 24 years. Going by the statistic, that is 42%. So it implies if the league could reach like 60, 70 years, it could, what happened in Egypt, it could happen there as well, whereby a club won it like 42 times. So it's one league is better than South African League. Good evening, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Idowu, all the way from Agbowo. I'm saying Egyptian League is better than South African League. At 090-8111-1067 or 080-8010-1067 or 090-2672-1042, 090-2672-1042. The last number is a WhatsApp line. Okay, to go back, you guys are about using England and Spain as a yardstick, as a sort of comparison. Okay, I'll give you the next 2-3 minutes, and of course.
First, I would like to point out I would like to say something about the caller that
Okay.
just said something about the league might be like the Egyptian league if it lasts that long. I would disagree with him because we're looking at the amount of teams, the spread of the titles. We have 6 teams. One has won it 10 times, and then 2 have won it 4 times. One has won it 3 times, and the rest have won it once. So if you are looking at that, Al Ahly would have won, let's say, up to 15 times, okay, compared if it was in 24 years. So I really disagree with him saying that it would end up like that. It's just a one-horse league and one-horse race league, and it's not competitive at all.
Okay, based on the baseless point he made the other time, that the main mention of fatigue.
So what do you mean? What do you say baseless? Why do you say
it doesn't
and
hold water.
Your points are meaningful. Your points are meaningless too.
It doesn't
actually, because look at it. It's just a joke. It does not make any sense when I know a league starts and I know who is actually going to win the league. That is actually a meaningless league. It does not make any sense. There is
you
no
are going to LA.
There is no rivalry
with your cab.
Do you understand?
You know that 2 liters of fuel will take you to LA. You branch at the filling station.
See,
you now purchase 1 liter of fuel, and at the middle of the road, your cab.
the fuel gets exhausted, you are now claiming that I don't have fuel. When you already know what will take you to where you are going to.
Excuse me.
The season is ahead of you.
Are you going to use
the season?
With the example you gave, are you going to use sand to buy fuel? You are going to actually use money to actually buy players that will give you what you want.
Are you saying they don't have the money?
Excuse me. That is what the Egyptian league
does. Are you saying they don't have the money?
You have people who actually bankroll big teams such as Al Ahly, and then you have all the politics and the betting and everything on it. And then
fatigue or no fatigue, it doesn't hold water.
Let me now give you an example.
If your performance in your league doesn't replicate your performance at the international level, take it. The league is not part of it. Al Ahly have been dominating in their league. They went to international tournament. They dominated. They went to the world tournament. They also make their impact known. They made their impact known. They did African award. They did African award. We have been able to see players from Egyptian league that won African award. When we talk about African football of the year, when we talk of CAF Champions League,
all those things
BBC,
politically. See, all those things are politically.
Look at what.
It's not every
Mohamed
time.
Abu
See, there was a time Messi.
Excuse
me. There was a time Messi did not. See, there was a time Messi did not. Excuse me.
It is controversy. What this guy played in 2008.
It is controversy.
Mohamed Abu won Egyptian League. He won AFCON title. He won CAF Champions League
in a league where the other teams are playing on where? Which have you actually seen?
What about AFCON title?
See, let me tell
you.
What
about CAF Champions League?
Those things are
politically motivated. You are just mentioning about Egyptian League.
The Egyptian League. See, we are talking about. Excuse me. We are talking about the Egyptian League in itself. Do you understand?
Yes,
look at the Egyptian League in itself. The Egyptian League in itself is a very poor league where one team actually dominates the other league. There is no
can depend on their league.
Do you understand?
When a country can depend on their league, okay, I am going to this tournament.
See,
I don't need to look elsewhere. I don't need to look at my player playing in England. I don't need to look at my player playing in Spain. Let me look at my player playing in the country.
So excuse me, let me tell you something. Excuse me. With your point. If you are saying that, with your point, excuse me, with your point that you are saying, excuse me, you made your point. Let me explain and let me talk. You are saying that if a league depends on its players alone, that's what makes it fantastic. And I'm here to tell you that it's not true. If that was the case, then you would say that, let's say the Chinese league, where you have a lot of Chinese players, okay, and there is one particular Chinese team, let's say Shenzhou or whatever, they are winning the league every time. That means they are better than an English or the English Premier League, where you have different players come and play fantastic football that everybody is attracted to. So what you are saying does not hold water, does not make any sense. You are saying that one particular player, one particular team depends on the players for international or national.
If you are going to
Chelsea, you will see Chelsea, you see different people from different nationalities. It does not matter. When a competition or a league is competitive, it is competitive, the football is attractive, people want to watch the Premier League. It is boring. Why do people love? Excuse me. Why do people love? Why do people love the Premier League?
Can Ghana go to a tournament with 20 players from their league?
See,
can they do that?
All what you are saying, you are just saying it just because you want
Mali go to a tournament.
Everybody knows that
majority of players.
No, I gave you an example. I said that means with your point that you made that every team, or let's say national team, is dominated by players that play in their domestic league. That means the English League Premier League is poor, which does not make sense. The English Premier League has one of the best attractive.
Follow my analysis earlier.
See,
I made mention that when we talk about a league that add value to national team, add value to
it is
players.
Not, saying which one is better
number one, not only in Africa but in the world. Not only in Africa but in the world football.
The South African League was recognized. That was why, in fact, with their stadiums, with their fans, that was why they were able to host the 2010 World Cup.
When we consider club ranking,
your point.
When we consider club ranking,
your club ranking, I was telling you.
We have two Egyptian league there.
Of course,
no South African league.
You said that no South Africa.
When we consider
why is it so?
League ranking in Africa.
It is
when
because
league ranking,
policy.
go and check
we are
the
talking about the football in itself.
To the
and we are talking
South
about
African
the
league.
competition.
Am I the one that did that ranking?
You are talking about Africa. We are talking about the competition. Talk about the league itself. It's a useless league.
If you want to rate a
make
league,
any sense.
You have to consider
the
what
football.
they play.
The football.
Their team.
See, look at last season. A couple of seasons ago, you had about 3 English teams in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Do you understand? Even with the whole fatigue and everything, everybody undisputed know that the Premier League is one of the best leagues. But they don't have the highest amount of Champions League. Does not mean that their league. See,
when we're
most
talking
players
about
run away from the Premier League.
When we're talking about league ranking, are you saying EPL is ahead of La Liga?
It is political. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We know that
everywhere.
We know that the Premier League is better.
Politics.
We know the Premier League. Liverpool was the champion. Liverpool was the champion. Liverpool was the champion, but they got beat up by Aston Villa. That is what we call competition.
Let me take this message from Kolade Promoters of Sport. Wenger is saying the Asian League is far developed and advanced. That is why their players seldom go outside. The fact that a bulk of the national team is from there says it all. The only thing South African League has going for it is its coverage. The reason why South Africa hosted the World Cup was to honor Mandela, not the quality of their league. The Egyptian League ticks all the boxes, and twice on Sunday. That is a Sport Wenger giving it to Egyptian League. And of course, also let me take this one from Emmanuel. He said African League, and it is due to the debater's ability to reboot. An African League has vibrant marketing strategy with minimal political interference. Egyptian League is closed, kind of insulated from the continent, while an African League is open, competitive, and easily accessible. I think Egyptian League practices a state-sponsored sport driven to monopolize CAF competition for political advantages. So it's giving it to South African League, Emmanuel, and saying Egyptian League is kind of political, like Leon have been saying. Okay, you can be part of this once again. 090 81 11 1067 090 81 11 1067 or 080 8010 1067 080 8010 1067. Or you can send me a message on WhatsApp 09026 721042 09026 721042. Egyptian League versus the South African League, or Leon versus Afolayan. Okay, let's give 2 more minutes for these guys to iron out the arguments.
Okay, based on the last message you read out, that they politicize Egyptian League in order to get an advantage at CAF level. I don't seem to agree with that.
Before you continue, sorry. This one coming from Twitter. It's a good afternoon, sports Tussles. You guys are doing a good job. On my own opinion, I think Egyptian League is far better. It's far better than the South African League. Can go ahead.
Okay, I don't seem to agree with the message you read out, the one you read out before this current one. If you are saying that they politicize everything in order to gain advantage at CAF level, are you saying they did the same thing at FIFA level? They came from nowhere. They went to World Cup. They came third. Even with their players, Abutrika emerged as the high goal scorer in that tournament with 3 goals. Go and check the squad Inter Milan went to that tournament with. Go and check the squad Barcelona went to that tournament with. But Abutrika, this guy is not a striker. Abutrika is a pure midfielder, a creative midfielder, and he became the high goal scorer. If the league is not that good, they won't be able to replicate that scintillating performance at the world level. So you cannot tell me, okay, another thing is he mentioned fatigue. You know the season ahead of you.
We are talking about.
You know the season ahead. Why can't
I would like
you
to
just
support.
prepare well?
Excuse me. I'd like to support the vote, the person who actually messaged in and said something about it being politicized. It's definitely being politicized. There are many factors that show that the Egyptian league is very poor. It's been there for 72 years. You have one team winning the league title 42 times. The other, it's not actually distributed evenly and all that. And you have a team. The South African team is relatively young. It's just for 24 years old. And when you compare what is going on in the South African league and their experiences and their participation in the CAF Champions League, the South African League was instituted 1996. Two organizations came together, and the next season, just that next season after, the Orlando Pirates won the CAF Champions League. So what I'm trying to say is that let us just look at it in a balanced view. Let's look at the Egyptian League is being run like some kind of state dictatorship league, and then let us look at this other league that is competitive, that allows for other teams to grow and to develop, and then points are actually shared. You watch the South African League and it's like you're watching the Premier League that you do not know what's going to happen at the end of the day. It's not one horse race. When you're watching the Egyptian League, you already know what's going to happen. You already know the team that is going to win. It's either Zamalek. If it's not Zamalek, then it is Al-Ahly. If it's not Al-Ahly, it's the other one. And it is dominant with the North African. It's dominant with the North African teams.
24 years old league, and we have been able to see a team that won it 10 times.
Yeah, when you are comparing, when you are comparing, what you are saying, you have 16 teams there. Okay, if you actually distribute it, you have some that have won it four times
60
each.
years.
See,
the same thing will still happen.
At all.
Can you tell me the number of times Liverpool Man U have won the league title in England?
The Egyptian
head of Chelsea, head of Man City.
The Egyptian league is not.
I will not say EPL is not competitive.
At all cannot. The EPL is one of the most competitive leagues. We are talking about
you are playing a competitive
the league title. See the league
and
title.
You are not performing at the international level
because
you cannot go to a tournament with the players in that competitive league.
Let me tell you, we are talking about.
But a country can go to tournaments.
It's not
players from that league
when we are talking about competition. When you are talking about when you are talking about competition, we should have to actually understand that word competition.
Over and over and over.
We are talking about rivalry. We are talking about fairness. See,
I don't want to mention when they won the AFCON title.
It's actually it's actually a league that it's just very poor. It does not allow for other teams.
The league is very poor.
It doesn't allow for any. It doesn't allow for other teams to develop.
2006, 2008, 2010.
All that is just titles. Look, let me tell you, some players can actually
cannot do it.
Players cannot
do it.
Players can.
If is going to a tournament, they will go with players from other leagues. I know they will go with players from their own league.
That does not. That point you actually made, still, I tell you, does not make any meaning or does not hold water, because I gave you an example. I said that with what you are saying, then the Egyptian league with what you are saying, the Egyptian league is better than the Premier League because they go out in competitions with their
353, and of course the Egyptian level South African League, we are reaching the home stretch already. Lyon versus Afolayan. Okay, while the judge Ola Austin is collating the results, quickly, it's no more news that Lewis Hamilton have equaled Michael Schumacher's record of 7th Formula One title after winning the Turkish Grand Prix today ahead of Sergio Perez, and of course, for the first time this season, Sebastian Vettel found himself in the top 3 on the podium. But then history for the man from Britain, the only black man in Formula One as a driver, the Hamilton equaling Michael Schumacher's record. Now, next, go for number 8. At time we tell that will be next season. We're coming down to your state as well, where the Olubado Cup is also ongoing at the Olubado Stadium. And yesterday, we witnessed a thrilling encounter, and of course, the first of its kind. Our first time, 22 penalties will be played on that pitch at the match between Marvelous FC and, of course, Don FC. Was a tale of 2 goalkeepers. The match 2-2 after regulation time, but then went straight to penalties, and it was 6-5 for Don FC making the full-time score to be 8-7 in favor of Don FC. 22 penalties were played, and of course, if anybody ever watched the Netherlands versus Costa Rica at the World Cup in 2014, or more so in Yimba versus is it a Tour du Sahel now? But when Yimba came in for Vincent Yama, the same thing happened yesterday. A certain Akilakwa Nuruddin came from the bench, and of course he was the hero of the day. So confident a goalkeeper pushed his side to the next round. That was a case of a great match yesterday between Marvelous and of course Don FC. And matches are going on poorly at the stadium. Now we have Crystal FC against Iconica. And of course, later will be the defending champion Kado United against Rovers United, Rovers FC. And that will be last round of games for the first round. Tomorrow we witness the draws for the second round, which is the quarterfinals. And of course, we have the likes of 3SC, Pace Setters, Ogbomoso United, V Academy, Adewale Babes, and Young Stars. We're coming for the draw. They were drawn by before. The result is out. And the result is out. Another thrilling encounter we witnessed today on the first ever Sports Tussle competition. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, crashing out of this tournament, going on peacefully. Okamilaya. $79.67 points to 62.33 points. That's the difference. Crashing out is Leon Ola Tumininu, who got 62.33%. And of course, congratulations to Afolayan Akomolafe moving to the medals. Should I say, is it the medal now, the money zone? The money spinning zone. Almost true.
The most important zone.
He said the most important zone. At least something was sure. If it did not 5K, it will be 10K. If it not 10, it will be 50, it will be 20. I thought I bad pass. Okay. Congratulations, Afolayan.
Thank you very much.
Once again, you have skill through.
Yes.
Okay, we have to go now because of the next program. Thanks so much, Leon Tumininu, for coming on board. Yeah. And of course, thanks to everyone who have been part of this on Facebook, on Twitter, Mio Asuko on Twitter. Thanks so much for all that have listened as well. And of course, the callers, Idowu all the way from Agbo. There was a call coming in, but we can't take that because of our time. Thank you so much for listening. Until next week, when we come back again, I have to say very big thanks to Ola for coming on board.
All right, it's good to be back in the studio once again. Next week, we'll be back.
Definitely. Definitely, we'll be back for good and better. Many thanks to my producer, Baba Tunde Tiameyo. Of course, I remain Raymond to look what the Sports Illuminator saying. Have a lovely week, and of course, join Idris Abiola tomorrow by 8 a.m. on Sports Spectra. We'll take you around everything called the world of sports. Good. Happy Sunday.